Have you heard of Niue? Where in the world is Niue? Niue is an island country in the South Pacific. It has a population of only 1,600 people. But Niue is one of the world's largest coral islands. It's commonly referred to as the Rock. No, not that rock. Rock because it's made of limestone.
What is Niue famous for? Coconut crabs, or as they call it here, unga. You can hunt coconut crabs at night, go and collect them from nearby the side of the road, and they are delicious. You can see the big unga behind me. Australia, they have the big banana, the big merino, the big pineapple, but here in Niue, the big unga, and they're delicious.
I went out hunting for unga at night and caught a few on the road. I had to watch their claws, but I managed to get dinner a few nights. In the pot, then onto the plate. Delicious.
So all around Niue you'll find these great snorkeling spots. I'm just about to go in. The weather's turned good for me. So there's like these limestone caves. This cave here is limu pools around the area. So I can't wait to get in. The water looks cool and inviting, and there's some interesting rock formations to explore. This is Makabe Chasm. It was in the past an exclusive bathing pools for the Niuean royalty. Now it serves as a great snorkeling place. One interesting thing that you'll find underwater here is the sort of shimmery water. So this is where the salt water and the fresh water mix together and it becomes sort of fuzzy. So don't adjust your mask, it's perfectly normal. And it's yeah, quite an interesting phenomenon. Just around from Makabe Pools is Tavala Arches. This arch was put on a step a little while ago and then came to become more well known. In ancient times, the arch was a lookout for the Niueans to see if any other passing ships or other peoples were coming onto Niue. The arch, you can see, is an amazing sort of natural phenomenon where the water has eroded over time to create this arch. One of the great things to do in Niue is diving. I've just been for a couple of scuba dives. Some great things to see underwater, a mix of fish, even sea snakes. At first they look scary, but they're not really. They're pretty harmless, but they're cool. And swim through all these caverns and go into these caves. So if you're in Niue, this is definitely one of the things to do. I'm here with Magical Niue divers. They've been really good looking after us while we've been diving, so great. Legend has it that here at Avicii Caves, this was where the Polynesians first landed in Niue. At low tide, you can access the swimming pool underneath or inside the cave. Cathedral-like atmosphere. Stalactites, stalagmites, all coming around. Dotted around the island are designated or signed swimming places. So this is a brilliant idea from Niue Tourism. They've also got change rooms and toilet facilities. Some have showers as well. This is brilliant for tourists who want to have a dip and then get clean before continuing on. Great idea. Dotted around the island is lots of different limestone caves. This cave system is called Kalaha Caves, and lots of stalactites, stalagmites, and often they're accessible out to the sea. Peniamina was the guy that introduced Christianity to Niue in 1846. He jumped on a passing ship which was on its way to Samoa, where he learned to read and write, and over there he became a Christian and came back in 1846 and introduced Christianity to Niue, and this is the site of his grave. So they have a holiday every year on in honor of him. And this is the Parliament building where Niue Parliament sits. It's in a beautiful spot in Alofi, looking out over the Pacific Ocean. Just up the road, set into the mountainside, is the museum. Now, it's not a big museum, but it's got some interesting things. There's the prehistory stuff, some weapons such as spears. They got a nice vaka, one of the canoes, in the middle. There's also some traditional fishing items, some household items, through to the introduction of the missionaries and their influence, and then Niue's role in World War II. So, like I said, go and check it out if you're here. It's not huge, but it's quite interesting. Now, Niue, it's a small island, but it's actually bigger than you think. And the way to get around is mostly by rental car. So I've rented a car. One great souvenir you can get in Niue is driver's license. Show your driver's license from home and pay $22.50 New Zealand dollars, and you'll get your very own Niue driver's license. You don't have many of them around, so it's a great souvenir to have. Another great thing about Niue is how friendly it is. So when you're on the road, all the car drivers, they wave to one another. So you just give them a wave. Like that. There are 14 villages in Niue, and this village is called Namukulu, and they are having their annual show day where people show off their produce, their vegetables that they've been growing. They have some games. It's a way to sustain the culture. Relatives from New Zealand come back and join in some of the festivities, and it's also a way to raise money for these villages.
Tourism is one of the 3 priority economic sectors, the other being fisheries and agriculture, for economic development. There are no large hotels on the island. Mostly tourists stay in guest houses. In 2019, Niue hosted almost 10,000 visitors, and the large majority of tourists are from New Zealand. There's a twice-weekly flight from Auckland to Niue operated by Air New Zealand. In 2020, Niue became the world's first dark sky country. Because there's so little light pollution, it's a great place to look at constellations.
There's not many places open on Sunday in Niue, as you might expect, but one place that is open is the Waterway Bao Cafe. It has an honesty bar, so you go and write your drinks in the book and take from the freezer what you want, and then eventually at the end of the night, end of the afternoon, you go and pay for it.